Hello, it's Simone. I have another swatching video, and if I'm not mistaken, then I might have only two more, maybe three. So, and then I have swatched all the ink samples that I have currently in my home. I'm not expecting anyone to send any to me. I mean, that might change at some point, but then I have everything swatched that I currently have here, and then I will be tackling that project ink down box, like for real, not just a little. I am swatching one sample that I received from my friend Niki. This, I think the last time I swatched quite a few from her. This is the last one. And then I actually can't even remember. I just know that this is the chronological way that these inks came, but my friend Amy sent me another set of inks, I guess, in a different shipment. She sent me Nagasawa Kobe number 44, Sumaura Seaside Blue, Dominant Industry Soleil Couchant à Etretat, Nagasawa Kobe number 45, Hachibuse Silhouette Green. Oh, this is so dark. It actually looks dark brown to me. Then Nagasawa Kobe number 54, Mount Goshiki Ochre. Is this so light as it is? And then Wearingeul Sedna. Sana or Sedna, is it both? I don't know. This looks nice. This looks so lovely. And then I had recently decided I did not want to swatch this, and then I changed my mind. This is a straggler from Pamela, Colorverse Space Laika. I had used this before, but I actually really liked it, and so I thought, why not throw it in the ink box again? Because you can't have enough inks, right? So, let's see. Platinum Citrus Black is an ink that I have been interested in at least for a couple years now. I'm going to put this in my little teeny tiny fox. And I'm so curious how this works. My puppy is upstairs with my husband, and I might need to stop and grab him anytime. So this might be a disjointed video, but when are my videos not disjointed? So what I have no clue what this ink is. I think I know that it gets darker, but as we can see, it dries a lot darker than as it goes down. But what I meant by I have no clue what this ink is that I have no knowledge about the reason why this is happening. So let me see if this is clean. Yep, looks like it. And my friend Niki actually says that she has a really hard time reading it when it goes down first. And I can totally see how that might be an issue. It dries more to a green, I believe, or that's at least how it feels to me. Let's see if I can get this now. I know there's a lot of these inks in that line. And I know that some of my friends really love this. I don't know that it is would be necessarily one for me. And I haven't mentioned this in my latest videos, but I don't add all of these inks into my ink box, just some. Where's the ABC? And I also went through my ink box recently and took out several inks, either that didn't call to me anymore, or that for one or another reason I decided I am not going to use. And so I have a smaller box full of samples that I'm ready to pass along. And so what I have been doing previously in the past, since the beginning of the year I actually started this even before 2024, like fall of 2023. I've been passing along ink samples that I'm not going to add to my ink down box. Now, how do I open this without making a mess? And every time, I usually pass along 5. They fit really nicely in my, where do they fit? They fit really nicely in the envelopes that I use. So even if I take 5 of them and put them in my Project Inkdown box, I'll just stock them up with some of my stash of giveaway inks so that they're 5. And then I will randomly draw. I use random.org and use a number generator from my Google Sheets, where the link to that form, so it's a form that you fill out and I can look at it in Google Sheets. The link to that form is linked in the description box below. But I just use a random number generator, and then I pick that number and I send the ink samples out to that person. And if you have left your full address, then more likely than not, I will just send it out to you without even checking in, and then you will have some surprise happy mail in your mailbox a couple days after I send it out. And so that's, and the reason why I talk about this right now is because most likely, well, now that I look at this, okay, 2 thoughts. Most likely I will add Platinum Citrus Black to this week's giveaway. And usually the ideal setup would be that I want to pick a winner right 1 week after I posted the video, but that's not my life right now. So whenever I have some time to package up the happy mail, then I will just random.org the amount of happy mail that I'm able to send. And then I will ship it out. Sometimes it's 2 weeks after I posted the video, but it's in a timely fashion. Let's put it this way. Oh my God, why? And yeah, that's how this works. The only time that I actually contact the winner now is when I give away my fountain pens. Like the Lamy giveaway, I contacted the winner via email. And I know I think there has only been one comment. It's not, I do that. This is the only way that I'm able to do this. If I send out an email, then if you respond in a timely fashion, then at some point I receive a reply. That means that at some point in my life, these things get out of my house. If I post the winner on YouTube community, then I have to, first of all, remember to post. Then I have to check back. Then I have to maybe check Instagram or email, because maybe they don't use email or something like that. And then it all just takes so much more time. And I also have to remember more things. And so this is the easiest way for me to do this. And that's why I do it this way. I think Soleil, so this ink is called Dominant Industry Soleil Couchant à Étretat. I think Étretat, isn't that spring? So the sun, the hidden sun in spring, maybe? Is that what it's called? I need to get the dog. This is going to be very risky because I have the puppy right next to me. We will see how this is going to go. I really want to finish this right now. Nagasawa Kobe number 44, Sumaura, Seaside Blue. This is a really dark blue. I am very curious how this looks. Oh, and I think I notice I might be onto something here. These ink bottles look like they have evaporated some ink, so I don't even know if they're the same, or maybe she also just gave me a small sampling. That's totally fine. I don't need a ton. Well, this one I might need a ton. This one is really pretty, but it reminds me a little bit of Pilot Iroshizuku Tsukiyo. I'm going to pull out the card, the swatch card, so we can compare. But you know, as I always say, I'm drawn to the same colors over and over again. So the idea of getting a color, the perfect color in each one of those shades, isn't far-fetched, and it makes sense to me. Nagasawa Kobe, number 44. Sumaura. It's a little lighter, at least up here. Seaside Blue. Yeah, I've been talking about the giveaways earlier. I've been doing them, but it basically is, I don't have the bandwidth to basically announce and such. And then also, I don't see a lot of community posts from other creators. Not at, when I look at the subscription page, I don't see them at all, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. This is definitely a bottle-worthy ink, in my opinion. Well, you know what? I should know this. You are touching your head right now and like, Simone, what are you saying? Don't you want to use this in a pen first? Yeah, that's what I should do. But I definitely am drawn to the color of this ink, for sure. And I would totally consider buying a bottle of this. So that's basically the best I can do. If I don't do it this specific way, then I probably won't be able to do that at all. And that's not what I want. I really want to, first of all, not hog all of those inks, because what do I need them for? Oh my gosh, this is totally different. What was I thinking? So I could totally buy one of those bottles. What was I thinking? Absolutely not the same. Cioro is more green. I don't think I have any others. Colors. Blue, black, no. Fuyu Shogun. This looks like a gray purple to me here on the swatch. And I just do them in the way that works for me. And if that doesn't work for me, then for you, then that is just unfortunate. Basically is what it comes down to. Nagasawa Kobe, number 45, Hachibuse, Silhouette Green. This is so dark, and I'm so curious to see what it looks like. I feel excited to be able to say that I have swatched all of the inks. It's going to take a bit more time still. This looks like a totally green black. Oh my gosh, Amy, all of those colors are amazing. And if I didn't have a bottle buying moratorium, that's a nice name. I think that's cool. Then I would totally buy all of those inks. I don't know if I would use this ink on a regular basis. There, the word regular was missing from my vocabulary for a second. But yeah, so the reason why I'm on a moratorium, this is totally backwards here. The reason why I'm on a moratorium, Kobe number, what was it, 54, is because I am kind of sick of the way that I'm inking my pens currently. And I don't really know what that is, why that is. It might just be, and I think I mentioned that in a different video. So if you hear this again, I'm very sorry about that. But it might just be that I have a little more time to spend with my pens and my stuff, and what I have been doing just isn't enough anymore. And so now I'm looking for ways on how to be able to spend more time. And it might be a totally the wrong way to go. But that's what I'm currently lusting after, is just changing things up. So I think I mentioned that in the last video, and I actually also don't know when you're going to see this video right here. This might be old news to you, but in May, I want to use one ink, one pen every day. Or at least that's what I'm attempting to do. Silhouette green. If it's not going to work out, then no harm done. You know, I'm just lusting for something else. And if this is going to fill that void, then great. If not, I'll just keep on looking for what I need to do differently. Then after May, I purchased that 3-pen case, the awesome one that I saw online and that I fell in love with. So what I want to try after May, well, I don't know. My daughter is moving back home at the end of May. It's summer break. My sister and her family are coming over at the end of June. There is a national competition in youth climbing, which my son is taking part in, my youngest, at least in one of the categories. Right now, we don't know if he's going to qualify for any other, but that is something where I will be more needed with the puppy. And also I'm working, of course. So I don't know if the idea that I have, which is to ink 3-pen every week and rotate through my pens much faster, is going to happen during that time. So maybe what I'll do is just do a completely random thing and see how I like that. This is Nagasawa Kobe number 54 Mount Goshiki Ochre. This is a really light, very, well, to me this looks more like salmon. Kobe number 54. Am I even in frame? I don't know. Mount Goshiki Ochre. I don't even know if I'm getting to write with my pens during that time at all, at least as long as my sister is here. When would I have the time to do that? I will probably have to manage cats who are in constant stranger danger mode. I will have to manage a puppy who is going to have people in the house that he doesn't know yet. Ogre. And he's super friendly, but, you know, I don't know how that will affect his sleep. I don't even know how his sleep and my cats will react to my daughter coming back home, and how he will react to having another person living permanently with us. So that's all super exciting, and I don't want to, you know, commit myself to something that is not going to work out. But I have to say, so last time, not last week, I don't even know if I'm going to share those videos in a like weekly pattern or when I'm going to use them as filler videos. You will figure that out, and you will find that out when it happens. I loved this color palette as pens. Like, if I think of having pens inked with all of those colors, this looks really good to me. So I feel the same way about these, even though I'm not usually someone who would put this ink, or, well, the more it dries, the darker it gets, the more I like it. So maybe I'll keep it and try it. And even this one, I think this looks very similar to Troublemaker Petrichor, maybe, or one of the other light colors from them. Even if I'm not normally drawn to these colors, I feel like this palette looks so yummy. Ugh, look at this. Wouldn't you want something in this color scheme? Oh, amazing. So, and then let's say I am going to just ink a couple pens, or 3 or so, 4, 5, I don't know, or just have my journaling pen and maybe 1 or 2 contrasting colors so I can use them in my journal. Possibly, maybe that would be something that I can see myself doing for that time. And then the reason why I want to try how it feels like having only 3 pens inked, I mean, is because of that pen case that has a 3 pen slots. So I just want to see if that is something that I would be able to use for my fountain pens long-term-ish. I mean, this color fits in this color scheme, but this is very blue. I'm sorry. Did you just fart? Oh my God. Maybe he needs to go outside soon. What the heck? Okay. I have not known prior to owning a puppy that puppies fart. Ugh. Yeah, I just want to experiment, and I've recently thought, oh, this is Wearingeul Sedna. For some reason, when I look at this, oh, does it have maybe shimmer? And I didn't agitate the bottle. I don't see anything here. Oh. For some reason, I was expecting this to be more tealish. I mean, yeah, I can see it. So do I think I need to research what this ink color is actually named. Okay, it's Sedna. Sedna. S-E-D-N-A. Okay, so the first impression I have of this ink is that it can't really decide what it wants to be. Does it want to be an ultramarine leaning ink? Does it want to be teal? What is it? What does it want to be? It can't really decide, and it can't really choose, so it's all of the above. And I don't really know if I like that. This reminds me of my my husband and I, we watched something some years ago, maybe even when we were still uni students. We watched a show where a sommelier was testing wines, and he said something that the about the wine that made us laugh so hard. And he was like, this wine is something almost boring. And we just cracked up. And this is exactly what I feel about this ink. It's neither here nor there, and therefore it's boring. If you have this ink and if you like it in a pen, you should all know that I never judge you because you use this ink. I just judge the inks really harshly most of the time. I do have a swatch card for this, but I'm going to swatch this again. This looks like a burnt umber almost to me. It's reddish and then it dries, but it dries even darker. It has something. This ink just has something. It also reminds me a little bit of diamine walnut. I need to pull that out and check if I'm correct. So let's, oh my gosh, way too much ink. What did I think? Let's check that later. Where was I? Yeah, I have given myself a permission to experiment for the rest of 2024. If that means that I'm experimenting in May and then in June I have nothing really going on. That's why I'm filming all of those videos, so that if I don't have any videos, I can share these ones. Colorverse, space Laika. So that I can, and then in July, at the end of July, I'm going to do the, what am I doing? Color. I can't write anymore. You know, having, here, my thoughts and my brain don't work with each other right now. Having only 3 pens inked during the summertime when it's dry here would also benefit, I would benefit from that, because then I don't run into the drying issues that I had last year, which I wasn't completely and fully able to explore. So that is something that is going through my mind, and I have given myself until the end of the year, and I don't even know what's going to happen in 2023. I mean, the end of the year is still so far away right now, to experiment. And then at the end of 2024, I want to focus more on my ink bottles. Maybe I'll do that earlier, but the goal is to, once I'm done with all of those samples, then I'll put my focus on the bottled inks. And I hopefully will have given away all of the samples that are in my stash and just kept a tiny few. And then maybe once I'm through all of my bottles, I might, let some of them go and replace them with some of the samples that I tested here. Like these, oh my gosh, this color palette is just so fascinating to me right now. So, yeah, that is my thoughts. Currently, I'm going to pull out the colors that I was looking at. So this reminded me at first of the, I just swatched it earlier, Sailor Tea Time Moroccan Mint Tea. Totally not the same. It quickly, for a short amount of time, it looked very similar. And Niki, if you see this and you haven't gotten rid of your Platinum Citrus Black, I will try this in a pen ASAP. Maybe I'll do it May 1st, and will let you know if I'm going to be the new owner of your ink, because I really like this at the moment. So if I don't have a problem with how light the ink goes down while writing, because my eyes are so young still, then this is a really lovely ink right now. And my question is, does it get darker as, like, is it stopping at some point, the getting dark, or is this just darker and darker and darker? And does it do that because of the Sauerstoff? What's O2 in air? In chemical terms in English? Is it oxide? I feel it doesn't feel right. So I was going to look for troublemakers, so I need to go this way. Do we not have troublemaker inks here? Tachia, Teranishi, troublemaker. Abalone is not it. That's not the one that I thought of. More Abalone swatches that are all different. Not Butterfly Dreams. It is not España Boulevard. Kelty. It is not here. Petrichor. Yeah, it's similar. Is there another one? No. Sea Glass is too green, but definitely Petrichor could be. I think Petrichor is a little bit more, is a little darker, has more pink, but it's definitely in the same vein of colors. And then we looked at Tsukio, which it was not. I don't have any others. I wanted to check Walnut, Diamine Walnut. So I have not yet fully checked STUV Walnut. No. I think this is, what do you think? Did I even, I hope, please tell me that I did. So this has, I can't even compare the undertones of these colors. This has overall a more red appearance. This seems to be a green sheen here. How is the writing? Different as well. So not even close. Huh, weird. I thought for sure they were similar. Nope, not at all. Yeah. Oh, still wet? Yes. Not cool. So, I think I'm done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again in another video soon. Until then, bye. And that's awesome because just now my puppy is not calm anymore. He just got up. I need to check on him.